EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Tonight, we've got the crew set for what should be a real treat, a great Monday night matchup between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Los Angeles Rams. And we are underway from SoFi Stadium. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. Right to the air. Here's Stafford. That's complete to his tight end, Higbee. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. Well, this defense for the Jaguars, they were terrific in the win over Tennessee a week ago.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and try to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
Now it's Stafford off the bootleg. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
Well, sometimes the defense just beats you. Great coverage from the secondary, all of them in the proper position. So instead of trying to throw into tight coverage, he found a way to throw it away and come back and try again the next down.
Trying to find Cup, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Tyson Campbell. And the Jags are going to take possession of the football.
And part of why they came to this week with a winning record is that they feed off of mistakes like this. And now it's a prime opportunity, just moments in the game, to get a short field touchdown off of their big defensive play. Now on the other side, they were already the underdog in this one. They just made their uphill battle just a little bit tougher.
Jacksonville first down on a pickup of 17. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
And it'll be intercepted. And the Rams are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up second.
Well, that's an excellent way to get the pass rush activated. The first sack of the game for them comes on the first play of the drive, and it makes it very tough for the opponent to pick up a first down now, playing behind the sticks.
To try again after the sack. Stafford, and the hook up here to Allen Robinson. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Now Stafford. Man open is Robinson. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Play action. Stafford. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. And the Jaguars are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line.
Well, it doesn't take a whole lot of investigation to figure out why they're still sitting at 0 on the scoreboard, because their quarterback's got to wake up and start reading defense a heck of a lot better after throwing his second interception.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. A big mistake last time they were on the field, tossing that interception inside the red zone and really taking away what had been a pretty successful drive up to that point.
Yeah, and I don't think there's any question about it. As they head out on the field for this drive, that whole offensive unit is just thinking redemption. You know, they moved it really well, didn't pay it off. This time, they want to make sure that ball ends up in the end zone, and they're the ones possessing it.
On first and 10, it's Etienne. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. That's caught inside the 20. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And this will be incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Lawrence. Got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Evan Ingram, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars are on the board first on the road here in L.A. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
Their own 21-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the Plague did on the last one.
20. 59.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Stafford, and he fires one incomplete. Van Jefferson was the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. They'll get this into the hands of Van Jefferson. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Give them 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. And the Rams had 5 and 9 on the year. They were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
Shifts past him at the 45. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Here's Stafford. He gets this into the hands of Kupp once again. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Another 1st down as they call his number again. He's got 15 yards here.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Now a 1st down throw. Stafford. To the right side and complete to Jefferson. And he'll be marked out right at the 20-yard line. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. 2nd and 7 from the 20. To the air again, Stafford. And he's got this to Jefferson. And the Rams are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
That's the 3rd time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going. And right now, it's paying off with big chunks of yardage, as shown by that last play.
Now Stafford. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down just inside the 5-yard line. That's Foley Fadukasi who got in there and finished off the play. This offense continues to shoot themselves in the foot. And here, another sack.
All game long, we've seen missed assignments, which have led to turnovers, sacks. This group has not played well at all here in the first half.
And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he takes it across for a Rams touchdown. It's the fullback. His first touchdown on the year. And the Rams are an extra point away from drawing level. Extra point splits the uprights. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent offer a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now, they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
Meanwhile, Lawrence's throw here taken in by Ingram. Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him, because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. He wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
From the 44, Lawrence. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 25 yards there on the catch and run. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. 12 yards there as they move the chains. And they'll run with ETN. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
Ball is running. No gain on the play. Leads to second and goal. At the 8-yard line.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. One more time with ETN. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a 3rd and goal. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. They'll try to run with ETN. Yeah, this is going to depend on the spot, but I believe he might be a few inches short.
Brought down just shy of the goal line. A gain of 2 yards. Brings up 4th and goal.
Going for it, here's ETN. And he'll wind up being knocked back to the 3-yard line. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And this Rams defense comes up with a goal line stand.
Partner, when you see a running play stop short like that, you just know that the defensive front, they won the battle of leverage and created the push back into the opposing backfield.
And for the offensive coordinator, whether you had 1 yard to go or 20 yards to go on 4th down, now you're probably saying, oh, maybe I should have passed it, right?
Yeah, hindsight is always 20/20. This is what defensive coaches ask of their defenders every single ball game. Get a hand on every throw in coverage. They want the deflections. They want the knockaways. Pick it yourself if you can, but at least knock it down and guarantee it's incomplete.
From his own goal line, Stafford. And Stafford's going to be taken down. That's a safety.
Normally when we think about big swings and scores before a half, we think offense, but this time their defense made the play. Instant pressure off the snap, and they weren't going to let him find a way to escape.
Taken in at the 11. And now it looks like he's in some discomfort after being tackled at the end of that return. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Lawrence will throw. And incomplete on the deep ball.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now Lawrence. And that is incomplete.
Good defensive call right there because they had someone shadowing him along his entire route. And he was right there ready to provide a hit that prevents him from making another catch to his big start.
On 3rd down, Lawrence. They'll get this out to the flat for ETN. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down, they just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like...
And he fires one that's intercepted. There he goes, left side. And he will bring it back. It's an reception, return for a Rams touchdown. Charles, I'm looking at you, and understandably your mouth is wide open in disbelief. What were they thinking?
That's going to be one of the great mysteries, but I do know this. When they went out on offense, I will guarantee they told them, don't just make anticipatory throws. Make sure you see it before you throw it. Didn't happen here.
Trying to protect that lead, and now they gave it up. No return here for Clay Brooks, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. With this slim deficit closing in on the end of the first half, we'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 out of this drive. But now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Pardon, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Lawrence, he'll drop that underneath to ETN. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Now Lawrence to throw. ETN bringing in another one. And he will have a Jaguars first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. Final play of the half. It's Lawrence. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that is caught. And he has now tied the record. Touchdown. And just before the half ends, the prayer is answered. Defensively, a disaster there.
I know often we're surprised when this actually works. I mean, the excitement level goes way up, but maybe we shouldn't be because I know as a defender, you've got to play the ball in this situation, but you can't interfere with the receiver because, remember, it's a spot foul, and it'd be 1st and goal if it happens in the end zone, and you don't want to give up that play. And that little bit of hesitancy often works really well for offensive guys.
The final shot before break. Lawrence. And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete. So a very tight first half. We had to break in a 1-point game. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Jaguars in possession of the lead, and they will get the football as we are underway in this second half. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Being chased out left. And completes it to Kirk over the middle. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. A give, running right, ETN. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down. Looking to throw, Lawrence. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he is into the end zone, and the touchdown record is now all his.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. And with that, the lead is up to 8.
Makes the score Jaguars 22, Rams 14.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They'll begin on the ground with Akers. And they'll get to him quickly here as he'll get a yard, just a yard to the 22.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
They go play action now. Lawrence toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
A give to ETN running right. And he'll be taken down at about the 45.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the third quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the second half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
And the Rams got it. They bring him down. Bobby Wagner able to record his 5th sack of the season. Here's Logan Cook now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. On Stafford for the 3rd time is intercepted. Picked off by Andre Sisco. And the Jags are going to take possession of the football. 1st and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. They go play action with Lawrence. On the move to his left. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing the throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the 1st down, and don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
From the 37, they work on 2nd and 6. Here's Lawrence to throw. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And the Rams are right back in this football game. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December, right? It is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake, after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
A good start to the drive. Here's that's caught out on the left side.
It's a gain of 22 yards. That's good.
Off the fake to Akers. Here's Stafford. Looking for Cooper Kupp again, 2 in a row. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. Now that's a catch of some significance. It's number 631 of his career, and why that's significant, it ties him with Hall of Famer Raymond Berry.
Who was one of the most precise route runners at any position during his time in his career. So I think that we're seeing something very similar here. He may not have known Raymond Berry, but he goes about his business the same way. Understands how defenses are going to play, understands where the leverage is, and goes away from it to the tune of 631 catches. Some coaches like to take the shorter, more reliable yardage, and some, they like to go for the big shot. No fear in risking a deep ball there, but it wasn't enough to get him the completion.
Meanwhile, Stafford's throw here hauled in by Kupp. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 19. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Stafford going to give this to Akers. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Man open is Robinson. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. That'll put him at 66 receiving yards now for the game, and he's got a first down.
First and goal at the 5-yard line.
Now Stafford. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Andre Sisco. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
And he will forge his way forward only up to the 2-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Lawrence from his end zone. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And the Rams are going to take possession of the football. First and goal. A touchdown and a 2-point conversion here are musts. Akers is going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. So part 1 of what they needed is done. They get in the end zone. Now you have to imagine we'll see a try for 2.
And that's what the book says, but defensively, they can't hang their head right here. They've still got a chance to come out with the lead if they make a play.
22.
Stafford's going to try and throw for it. And he's going to be sent. They came after him. He couldn't get away. And this remains a 2-point game. That is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. And remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond with what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down. Make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario, get enough first downs to make them eat up their timeouts so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important 3rd down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get first downs and eat away at the clock.
Another incompletion would certainly be ideal defensively. A big play now. This is 3rd and 10. He'll find his man, Laviska Shenault. But he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. I don't think there's anyone who could possibly doubt how fast he could run on the open field. But if there were, he silenced those thoughts there. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Lawrence. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Looking to throw again on second down. Lawrence. Right there, Chenault for the Jacksonville touchdown. LaVisca Chenault, a 20-yard touchdown. And the Jaguars are able to build on to their fourth quarter lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes this a 9-point game. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. On 1st and 10, Stafford. And he's got this to Jefferson. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. A good pickup there of 22.
At the 43-yard line. 32.
Now a first down throw, Stafford. And boy, another ill-advised throw there, as that will wind up incomplete.
Late game situation, things seem to be unraveling just a little bit, and that's when you start forcing the football, mainly out of necessity. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete, nearly picked off.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Stafford now to throw. And that one complete downfield to Cup. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. They'll get 34 yards there.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
Stafford's throw pulled in by Robinson here. Touchdown, Rams! Allen Robinson. Halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50. And the Rams have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. They do tack on the extra point as well. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. So the lead shaved to 2 now as the kickoff is away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback. And they'll begin at the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They can smell victory, partner. They can see it on the horizon, but certainly we're not done yet here. Defense still has 3 timeouts, and obviously this is a very slim lead they're holding on to.
And let's face it, the easiest way to get this done, challenge your ground game. Challenge your offensive line, your tight ends, your receivers. Anyone who's going to lay down a block, don't let there be penetration because they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and maybe bring extra people to the ball. If you can do that, make them burn their timeouts, run out the clock, life will be good. But if you really want to gamble a little bit, a quick play action, quick throw, might be able to get it done. Just make sure it's not incomplete and stop the clock.
Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7.
On the ball. Yes, man.
And they'll go again with Etienne. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. Go nickel here defensively on 3rd. Handoff running left is Etienne. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. It's just short. He got 6 of the 7 he needed, so that leaves a decision here on 4th and a yard. They'll try and run for it. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. It's a gain of 4, and that should just about seal the deal.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
So this will be a win for Jacksonville. Well, Charles, when you look at the stat sheet, ultimately one thing sticks out like a sore thumb. One side lost this game because they turned the ball over 4 times, and that was just too much for them to overcome.
And that number might as well be in neon because you're exactly right. It just jumps up from the stat sheet. Your eyes go right to it. And with that many turnovers, they really played themselves out of this game. Too careless with the football too many times. That cost them the victory.
So for the Jags, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they hit the 10-win mark now at 10-5.